Hey everybody, I know it's been a little while since I did any kind of video. We had some crazy stuff happen, well, my husband's grandfather passed away, which was sad, so we were dealing with some family stuff with that, and sicknesses and Halloween, and busy with cheerleading, that kind of stuff. So I'm sorry I haven't put up a video recently. I know that I got a bunch of new subscribers, and I'm super excited about that. Thank you so much for those of you that have subscribed. If you haven't yet, go ahead and subscribe. I'm going to try to put more videos out more often. And I have to say thank you so much, because the comments that I got on the videos that I did put up were just the sweetest things. I read all of them. So I'm really excited for the new subscribers, and I am hoping to get to know more of you through my videos, or if you guys have videos, let me know, and I'm happy to watch them. And so anyway, so moving on. So I wanted to do this video to kind of update you guys. There's really not even much of an update here, I guess, but I've mentioned before about where we're at with trying to expand our family. So we definitely know that our family is not complete with one baby, and I really feel guilty saying that, and I'm sure I'm not the only one that struggled with this, but I feel like that's saying that my daughter is not enough. And that's silly, because it's not true, but I definitely feel like for my husband and for myself and for her, we really want another baby in this family. You know, she asks us to play with her all the time, which is totally fine, but I know that part of her, you know, we go on play dates with other families that have multiple children, and she understands the sibling relationship. She'll be 3 in February, and she understands like brother and sister, and she's asked me before where her sister is, and it breaks my heart, because I don't know if that's something, I don't know when and if that's ever going to happen. So we're still at a standstill as far as our ability to try to conceive. We just can't yet, so that's really frustrating. I'm doing everything I can, you know, on my end, so that we can maybe one day, but as of right now, we can't. So we've talked before with the doctor and amongst ourselves that the only way right now for us to have a biological child is for a gestational surrogate. So we would use one of my eggs and one of my husband's sperm, fertilize a baby through IVF, implant it into a gestational carrier. We live in New York State, and New York State has one of the harshest surrogacy laws right now. There's new legislation they're trying to put through that makes commercial, they call it commercial surrogacy, legal in New York, and as of right now, I don't think that legislation has been passed. In New York State, the only way you can have a surrogate is they have to be considered an altruistic or compassionate surrogate. Somebody who's doing it out of the goodness of their heart with no expectation of payment. You know, it's not like there's something that they're hired to do. It's like a friend or a family member who's decided that they're going to go ahead and carry a baby for you out of the goodness of their heart, which isn't the worst law in the books, but I know that for some people that don't have access to somebody that would do that for them, it's certainly hard. And so families are going out of the state and paying tons and tons and tons of money to find somebody that will do this for them, that they can pay to do this. Well, for us, I mean, I've had a couple people who are like, I would totally do it for you, but how do you approach that? How do you say, you know how you mentioned you'd carry our baby? Is that still going to happen? So, you know, we're on the fence, and we're also talking about if we do it, would we see if twins were an option, so that if this happens to be the last opportunity we have to have another biological child, you know, maybe we can get twins, and then we might feel like our family is more complete, because we definitely want, if we had our way, we would have 4 or 5 children. I just don't know if that's going to happen for us. Before I ever got pregnant and we had our daughter, before I was even married, I always knew that one day I would like to look to adopt. Special needs or not, I just thought that adoption was something that I would want to do. I think adoption is wonderful. Right now in our lives, I just can't bring myself to do it. I feel like my desire right now is for a biological child. And that has changed since I had my daughter. Before I had my daughter, adoption was totally on the table. I was okay with it. But now that we've seen what we've created together, that desire is still there to have another biological child before we consider adoption. It doesn't mean that we won't adopt one day. I don't know. I hope that doesn't sound terrible, but I can't deny the way that I feel about it. So we're still at a standstill. We're trying to decide what we're going to do. We're trying to decide how much longer to wait to see whether or not we're going to be able to try to have another baby. You know, I'm still working with endocrinologists and I'm still doing a lot of things there, but how long are we going to wait? I'll be 31 in March. My husband will be 35. Reese will be 3 in the end of February. And I know that that's not super old by reproductive standards, but I know that that's also not super young. So my husband, I'm not worried about, but me, I am worried about, especially if we want more than 1 or 2 more kids. And I mean, right now, I'd be tickled if we could only have 1 more. At least we would have more, you know. So that's kind of where we're at with that. I don't know. I don't know how much longer we're going to wait. I have an appointment upcoming to see the endocrinologist. It's actually the first, low battery. It's actually the first appointment that I've had since the majority of my weight loss. So we'll have to wait and see what he says about it and, you know, where he thinks that we're headed, what direction we're headed. So hopefully it helps. May or may not. It may not have changed anything, and I'm kind of thinking that it hasn't changed anything. Whenever I start to talk on the phone or into the camera or otherwise, my dog goes nuts, drives me crazy. Anyway, so that's where we see. So if anybody else is in the same boat as us, I'd really, really, really love to hear from you. I'd like to, you know, I'd like to have somebody to chat about it, chat to about it, or chat with about it. If anybody has any experience. I watch a lot of fertility videos on YouTube of people that have gone through different journeys. I haven't seen a whole lot of people that are in my similar situation, but it doesn't mean that you're not out there. So there's a quick fertility update. There's not really anything to update, like I said, but that's all for now. I'm going to do some tag videos today, so we'll have those up as well. So we'll have a few new videos coming out. So until my next video, which will be in a couple of minutes, I will see you guys later. Bye.